C9, the North American League of Legends team, has been fined about 175,000 USD by Riot Games for violating LCS rules. The rules that they violated was that back in 2017, Riot Games made it a rule that you're not allowed to be an owner and a player at the same time. In Cloud9's case, it's that they gave their players like their own shares, meaning that they had part ownership, which defeats the whole thing about what was said back in 2017 about being able to be like an owner and a player at the same time.
Yeah. So along with that here, like what Hop was saying, according to Riot Games, and this is from Esports Insider, so according to Riot Games, Cloud9 has issued an equity through employee stock plan to 7 players over the course of 16 months. So like Hop was saying, since they're pretty much giving them an employee stock plan or an equity share of the company, they are technically owners of the team. And like what Julian was saying, can't be an owner and you can't be on the active roster at the same time since 2017. So that is definitely in direct violation of Riot Games rules. And yeah, so the amounts that are the consequential amounts that are going to be fined to them are range from about 175,000 American, and there's reports here that it goes up to like 330,000 American at one point. So these are like almost like $500,000 findings here. The findings also include a direct payment to players that are no longer on the roster to compensate on some aggregate cash amount, and it also shows here that players that are still on the roster will also have to get paid to cancel their stock units and grants. So pretty much meaning like they have to pay them so they can like get out this ownership thing. So there's a lot of stuff that Cloud9 has been receiving flack for because of this ownership dealing that they've been doing. And yeah, I don't know. Anything you have to say about that?
I don't know. Like, I mean, legal stuff is legal stuff as long as the players play. I mean, as a viewer and like as a consumer of these esports, as long as they play, then they play. Like,
yeah,
these guys get paid like more than what this is. Honestly, at this point, I think this is just pocket change to some of these guys, considering how much these prize pools are for these tournaments and stuff. So just deal with your stuff. Don't do anything illegal. Managers trying to watch League of Legends, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it's also one of these two where it's kind of like it attracts or keeps these Cloud9 players or players to stay with the team because it's like, here's part ownership. It's kind of like when like Steph Curry going to being part of Under Armour.
Yeah.
And Under Armour telling him that you can have part ownership of Under Armour. But it's a little different here because this isn't a brand sponsorship. This is literally the team telling you, stay with us because we're going to give you ownership. So I can see where that becomes like a violation of the rules. But again, as a watcher and a viewer, just get your dealings, get your stuff done because we want to get this going. There's an example here from TSM that Jurgensen, like one of the top guys there, he became part owner of TSM. And because of that, there was legal issues towards that. So this is definitely a thing that has been a little apparent in the League of Legends. There's a lot of cases like that, and Riot Games are kind of cracking down on this. They don't want teams to use their equity as a leverage or a attracting selling point for these players to stay. Hey, Base Cod Josh, what up, dog?
Hey, man, welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream, dog. But yeah. So that's what's happening in Cloud9. Also, one of their top players, Sneaky, is also undecided on what he's trying to do in the next season of League of Legends. So there's a lot of stuff going on in Cloud9. They have a lot of things to figure out. And if there are any updates to this or to Sneaky's move in the off season, we will be covering that on our socials.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's also preseason right now. There's a lot of things happening from other teams, you know, players moving, other legal stuff happening in the league and whatever. Season 10, I believe, is the one that's coming up right now. So I mean, if there's any information or any news that we decide is important to you guys, just keep following us here on Mixer or on all of our other socials to keep you guys up to date.